Yo, we back on F125. Crazy race last race. You know what we did? Roll the clip. Yeah, so with the Marvel Universe out of the way, let's see what we got today.
It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai, northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for Dick Grayson, aka Robin. He starts today's race from pole position next to his own mentor Bruce Wayne, who may or may not be Batman. I'm just saying, you never see those two people in the same room together, that's all. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Beast Boy from the Teen Titans, Arthur Curry, also known as Aquaman, and before he mysteriously disappeared, then looks vaguely familiar to Lobo, Barry Allen, The Flash, fastest man alive, Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow himself, who has not failed this city, John Jones, not to be confused with the UFC fighter, Superman, who looks almost like the reporter from the Daily Planet, Diana Prince, also known as Wonder Woman, as in, I wonder what she's even doing here at all. Victor Stone, aka Cyborg himself. Can I get a booyah? No? Hal Jordan, the legendary Deadpool, Green Lantern himself. Tim Drake, aka the Third Robin. Jason Todd, aka the Robin that, well, you know. Anyways, then we have Jaime Reyes, the Blue Beetle. Black Lightning, who is totally not Static Shock, the beautiful and magnificent Sydney Sweeney, Rick Flag from Task Force X, the Suicide Squad, Connor Kent, also known as, what does he remind me again? The half-brother of Superman, the clone of Superman, the son of Superman. He is called Superboy after all. I don't know, but he's here. Bizarro, the only villain in this lineup who decided to show up because the rest were busy. Peacemaker, or should I say, his name is John Cena! Na! Sonny Hayes Jr., who is coming off an incredible win last race at the Australian Grand Prix, beating the entire Marvel Universe, is also unfortunately starting from the back of the grid today, like father, like son, I guess. And last but not least, Roy Harper from Team Arrow.
If we don't want to be stuck near the back for most of the race, you're going to need to push early on. Good luck.
Whoa. Don't be so aggressive, Jarvis. I got this.
And it's lights out, and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. Exceptional reactions from the front of the grid, but wait, what on earth is happening at the back? Sonny Hayes Jr. is absolutely stationary. He hasn't moved an inch. Word from the pit lane is that Sonny completely misread the time zone differences, assumed the race started at night, and was halfway through an order of Shanghai soup dumplings when the formation lap began. The mechanics are frantic on the pit wall, hands on their heads, and word from the garage is absolute comedy gold. Apparently, Sonny was so locked into his mid-race snack and his pre-race playlist that he completely mistook the 5 red lights for the ambient lighting of a Shanghai nightclub. He's finally realized everyone else has left the building, he's dropped the clutch, the wheels are spinning, and he is a country mile behind the pack. Let's see what on earth he can do from here. An absolutely stellar getaway from the front row as the two Bat family members, Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, from the moment they launched off the line, and they are not looking back. The pack thunders away, a roaring, screaming wall of carbon fiber and exhaust fumes kicking up dust as 21 cars violently jostle for position. Sonny Hayes Jr. has been absolutely hammering the throttle, driving like a man who left the stove on at home, and he has finally reattached himself to the train. He spent the last 2 miles staring at nothing but a cloud of Shanghai smog, but now the bright neon colors of the grid are looming large in his visor. The gap is completely closed, the tire blankets are off, the knives are out, and Sonny is sitting back there like a hungry wolf, eyeing up an all-you-can-eat buffet. Who is going to be the first victim? Lunging down the inside like a man possessed. Peacemaker tries to squeeze him, but Sonny says thank you very much and takes the position. Bizarro tries to block, but he steers left when he should have steered right. Sonny just drives straight past him. Me think Bizarro drive good? No, Bizarro drive like an absolute tractor. Then again, looking at how the Haas car handles, maybe a backwards-thinking clone is exactly the driver they deserve. Rick Flag tries to anchor the defense, but Sonny blows completely past him. Sonny blasts past Black Lightning before they even hit the braking zone. And he has got Jason Todd locked in his sights. Todd is driving like an absolute maniac, sliding all over the curbs. Jason Todd tries to get aggressive, chopping across the nose of the Apex car, but Sonny holds his line and forces him out. Tim Drake leaves the door wide open, and Sonny walks right through the perpetual third wheel of the Batman franchise. Nobody's favorite Robin, and certainly nobody's favorite driver. Sonny's coming up on his own teammate, but there are no team orders today. He makes a move to overtake her. Sydney Sweeney, look, she can break the internet all she wants with a swimsuit photo, but she can't hold a racing line to save her life. Stick to Euphoria, darling, because this grid is clearly giving you stage fright. She still can get it anyways, look at that. Cyborg tries to calculate the mathematical probability of holding off Sonny Hayes Jr., but his CPU is completely fried as Sonny sweeps past him. Ray Fisher spent years screaming at Warner Bros. Executives, but he should be screaming at his race engineer right now. Hal Jordan tries to use the green ring to manifest a wider car, but Sonny doesn't care about constructs. Sonny sells Clark Kent a massive dummy to the outside, forces him to cover the wrong line, and then violently hooks the Apex car down the inside. He completely outbrakes the Kryptonian, claims the Apex, and blasts past into 10th place. Up next for Sonny is Jaime Reyes, the Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle tries to defend the inside line, but Sonny gets past him with absolute ease. Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, gets caught napping. Sonny makes his move on the genocide sympathizer beautifully. I guess this race win wasn't promised to her 3,000 years ago. Free Palestine, baby, from the river to the sea. Whoops, maybe this is antiseptic. Barry Allen tries to react, but Sonny Hayes Jr. has completely outbraked him. The speedster gets left behind. Run, Barry, run! Your race engineer needs to be screaming, "Drive, Barry, drive!" Martian Manhunter tries to use phase shifting, but you can't phase through a Honda-powered rocket ship as Sonny blasts past him, a green alien from Mars who is terrified of matches, while Sonny just lit a fire under your rear wing, mate. Go back to eating Choco's cookies and leave the racing to the professionals. And he has reeled in the Emerald Archer himself, Oliver Queen. The Aston Martin is twitching violently under braking as Queen desperately tries to protect 5th place, but Sonny is completely glued to his diffuser. He is hounding him through the high-speed turns, completely breaking Queen's concentration. Under immense pressure, Oliver Queen cracks. Sonny capitalizes immediately, sliding right past him. You have failed this city, and you failed your team, Stephen Amell. Go back to doing pull-ups on a salmon ladder, because your defense has fewer points than your CW spin-offs. Sonny got past Beast Boy too in that same move, by the way, a double pass. I guess he forgot to turn into a cheetah today. Sonny Hayes Jr. is cutting through the field like a torpedo, and he has got the Ferrari of Arthur Curry locked in his sights. Aquaman is sliding all over the track through the high-speed sweeping corners, desperately trying to keep his head above water in 3rd place. But Sonny is absolutely relentless, closing the gap with every single apex, completely unbothered by the turbulent air. Sonny Hayes Jr. is on an absolute rampage, and he has reeled in the Caped Crusader himself, Bruce Wayne. Batman is placing his car perfectly, using every single inch of that chassis to block the track, but Sonny is on him like white on rice. Wayne tries to defend as best as humanly possible, but Sonny drops the anchor, hits the apex beautifully, and muscles his way past into P2. See you later, Battinson. Go back to your cave and listen to some more Nirvana, mate, because your defense today was absolutely tragic. Has spent the whole year starring in an A24 movie, but the only real drama here is his completely non-existent straight-line speed. Sonny Hayes Jr. is driving absolutely out of his skin, hunting down Dick Grayson for the top spot. He's tracking the Mercedes like a heat-seeking missile through the long back straight, absolutely refusing to let Nightwing breathe. Sonny Hayes Jr. sticks his nose in. Bit of wheel-to-wheel rubbing, but Sonny powers through on the exit. See you later, Nightwing. But wait, Sonny's gone too hot, and Grayson gets his get back. Nightwing glides right past, reclaiming the lead as they head towards the final lap. Exceptional racing. Sonny gets the inside line on Nightwing and leaves him in the dust. Honestly, Dick, you've spent your entire life trying to escape Batman's shadow, only to end up permanently living in Sonny Hayes Jr.'s exhaust smoke. Oh, disaster for Sonny Hayes Jr. He pushes way too hard, loses the rear, and skitters right out into the gravel. Dick Grayson doesn't need asking twice. He sails right past and reclaims the lead of the Grand Prix. Grayson is looking in his mirrors, defending for his absolute life, placing his Mercedes squarely in the middle of the track. Sonny is sniffing for a gap, darting left and right, completely filling Nightwing's rear-view mirrors with a face full of Apex carbon fiber. But you can't count Sonny out. He absolutely sends it on the outside, and Sonny takes the position back. Incredible. Getting overtaken by a car covered in actual landscaping debris is the biggest embarrassment to the Bat family since Clooney's bat nipples.
Whoa.
Sonny Hayes Jr. leads the Grand Prix, but Dick Grayson is absolutely glued to his gearbox as they thunder down the massive 1.2-kilometer back straight. Nightwing has the DRS wide open. The Mercedes is screaming, and he is hunting Sonny down like prey. Sonny covers the inside line, defending for his absolute life as they hurtle towards the turn 14 hairpin at over 200 miles an hour. You can check your mirrors all you want, but you were never stopping that rocket ship. 4 seasons of Titans trying to prove he could survive without Batman, but honestly, he looks completely lost out there as Sonny Hayes Jr. wins the Chinese Grand Prix. From the very back of the grid, after a soup dumpling-induced delay, he has carved through the entire DC universe like a hot knife through butter. Absolute genius, absolute madness. What a race! It's victory in Shanghai, and what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix.
And it's always good, Crofty, to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. So congratulations then to APXGP, your race winners today.
Yeah. Another one done and dusted. We got the dub. But we got a whole lot more races to go in the season. Next race will be in Japan, in Suzuka International Circuit. So, catch you next time. Peace.
10 steps ahead, and I want you there. 10 steps ahead from me.